Maybe some of you won't find this funny, but I did. I'm sorry, but I was looking on Instagram, and how someone that has a baby and they put a picture of their baby in next to like a mat. It's a calendar, and it says how many months old they are. And there was a baby, and it said 7 months next to this baby, and people were writing like, lovely baby, great baby, what all the shit you write. And then one guy, I don't know who this guy is, but he's my new hero, and I'm guessing it was a mistake. Used the fire emoji underneath it, which I haven't laughed that hard in all of 2020. It made me feel real good, hoping that this man is a pedophile and he meant it, and not that he has used the wrong emoji. Take it, Frank.
Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pato Show, POS, with our co-host, Bobby Tamburo, and our special guest tonight, whose special will be coming out, Grieving Productivity, the one and only Winston Hodges.
Yeah.
Take it back, Pat.
Did he do anything right?
He did pretty good. He got the name of the special close.
Okay.
Got my name right. I'll take it. It's good enough. I think if you typed in what you said, it would mean you meant this and pull it up. Like I think you're not. It's fine.
Not the worst. Yeah, he did have a stroke right before he introduced Bobby, which I was worried about.
That was rough.
I'm here every week, man.
How come I don't see anybody? Well,
I like how old you are.
We had a little technical glitch. That's okay.
That's God. God's your glitch.
Yeah.
Frank, are you doing well? The nor'easter's coming. Are you prepared?
I'm ready.
Winston, if you wouldn't know this, Winston, but Frank lives with his wife and then his 102-year-old father-in-law.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Frank is taking care. Frank never had kids, so he has to take care of a 102-year-old man now.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very good at answering. No, Sam, it's not snowing yet. I think I said it about 80 times today.
I like the fact that he knows that snow is still. That's good at 102.
Yeah,
I also like
totally.
that every time someone says to me, do you think COVID's real? I'm like, no, because Frank's father-in-law is 102 and fine. It's not real. It is real. Anyway, for people listening there, but just Frank's father-in-law has drank a glass of what? At least a glass of vodka every day since he was 17.
Jesus.
No, I think it started earlier than that.
I didn't know him then.
Yeah, that's right.
No one did.
Nobody did.
He started racism.
That's so old.
That's beyond. He saw everything. Like everything.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do, and now there's everything to do. It must be. It's the perfect time to lose your mind because you're like, they're talking to phones with their faces on them. It's like, oh yeah, you're nuts. It's like, no, it's real.
That's fair.
And now he has to ask a woman if she wants to have sex, but back in his day, he could just have sex with her. Like all the rules changed. You could call people certain names, and now you get in trouble. It's got to be weird.
Just think of it. He was born before the first airplane flight.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
think of
That must have been weird to go, holy shit, there's something in the air. Like it blew their minds. Now we don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh man. He was probably older than Doggy Style. People weren't fucking like that 100 years ago. That's newer.
They absolutely we stole that from like the Aztecs. Like we came over.
No, I'm talking about us white people.
But that's where but we took that when like we all showed up. Because they were just like looking at us. That's why they call it missionary style. It's because that's the way we fucked when we took their land.
Yeah, because we were on a fucking mission.
Like that's what it was. Like
I don't have time for this silliness. I gotta stare you in the eyes, fuck you, and then go kill those people. That's shit to do. I wish it was called Aztec style. That'd be better than dogs. I like it because you can put it right in their Aztec. It works perfectly.
That should be your mission. Your mission in life is to change.
There you go. We've done too much wordplay. It's making me sad. I don't like it. What are we going to start with? Okay, Tom Cruise went on a rant. I don't know if you guys heard this. Yesterday, the audio came out where Tom Cruise on a set lost his mind, swore like Christian Bale style, flipped out because he noticed two people on the set were not social distanced enough. And he went on a tirade saying, fuck you, be safe, be all this, whatever, and went nuts and said, there are people that don't have jobs and you're not respecting them by doing this whole stupid thing. People are now calling him a hero because of what he did. Some people are saying, is he going to get in trouble? A lot of people, when I'm watching BuzzFeed and things, are all saying it's so weird because Tom Cruise never acted up. It's like, do you not remember the Oprah Winfrey couch bullshit? Do you not remember the whole
jumping up and down.
Scientology thing? Are we just forgetting that? Who's the piece of shit? Tom Cruise, for in this time, losing his mind on the set, yelling at people might be 4.5 feet apart, whatever. The two people for not realizing that Tom Cruise is going to yell at you. The person that recorded it, who put it out there and sold it to the Sun. They don't even know when it was recorded. It was obviously during the COVID times, but they're not sure exactly, but it has been proven valid. Or is it Tom Cruise? Because I believe that in the second way, this was leaked on purpose. Tom Cruise wants to have good press right now. You put this thing out there. Look at Tom Cruise caring about the people. So you go watch his fucking movie. Who the fuck else is making movies right now? That's the part you should be talking about. Why are they even at work? If other people can't work, why are these fucks making a movie right now? Bobby, who's the piece of shit?
Well, it's not the two people who got yelled at. Like, they're not the ones who recorded it. They're not the ones who put it out. I think it's the person who recorded it, honestly. Like, you get the opportunity to work with Tom Cruise. You do whatever Tom Cruise wants. You get yelled at by Tom Cruise. That's part of working with it. Like,
just so you know, he's also producing this movie. He's not just the star. He's producing.
Right? Yeah. But you know this movie's gonna be a hit. Like, it wasn't his co-star who recorded it and put it out. You know people are gonna get your eyes on this movie. This is your opportunity. Just suck it up. Don't record it for a quick hit. Like, pay your dues and whatever. Like, I don't know where everybody stands on masks. I play by whatever rules I'm at. Like, if the people there want me to wear a mask, I wear a mask. You know what I mean? If they want me to social distance, whatever. Like, it's your rules. It's not my place. So I think
it changes how I get paid, I do what you tell me. If you say come to work with a mask on, and I go, no, well, you don't get paid. Well, I wear a mask now.
Or even fucking going into a store and people are yelling at a kid making $8.25 an hour. It's not his fault. Like, just do whatever they ask you to do, and you don't have a hassle.
And first of all, the kid making $8.25 an hour hates the fact that he even has to say it to you.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't want to get screamed at work. So, like,
he's still high. I mean, like, he's still high at work right now. And then going, dude, can you just please? And they're like, no, and fuck you. And they start screaming and yelling. Yeah, it's insane. But Tom, here's the thing you're saying: the two people were standing too close. If they know Tom Cruise is crazy like that, stand 8 million miles apart.
Yeah, but my point is, like, if you broke the rules, they took their yelling at, and then I'm guessing it wasn't an issue again. You know what I mean? Like, everybody screwed up and gotten screamed at before. It's what happens next. So, like,
they weren't. It wasn't an issue at all. I think this is fake.
You think that it was a stage
He's been able to hide so much more. That this thing comes out. Tom Cruise is hidden so much shit. You don't ever, you kind of get leaked things. You never hear about the shit marriage he had, or all these kids that he supposedly has that he never talks about or sees. All the other dumb shit. The questions of he's gay. He hides all this shit, but this comes out. Because it's a perfect time. He can be the hero because everyone else sucks at being the hero during COVID. He wants Tiger King money.
It just feels like somebody who's been so good at steering away from, like, major political issues. Like, you don't know. He's never really taken, like, a solid political stance. Wouldn't jump in the mask debate right now. It just feels like a weird move, an off-brand move by his marketing scheme. Like, I could get it if it was leaked footage of him doing a stunt where it almost went wrong, or something like that, but he seems to try to steer away from political things. Even his meltdown was like, I love my wife. Weird meltdown to have, but, like, definitely family friendly, fits Tom Cruise's image. So I don't think it was a plant. I think it was some nerd who was like, I'm going to get Tom Cruise in trouble. Ooh, I've got the next big story.
Winston, what do you think?
I mean, I think they're just all assholes.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, like, you're an asshole for yelling at somebody, but also, like, sometimes you have to be an asshole to other assholes to get them to quit being an asshole. Like, it's fucking, I think it's real. I like your fucking QAnon where it's like, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is making it up for, he doesn't need fucking press. The movie's Mission Impossible 7. He's fine. There's no press needed for Mission Impossible 7.
There is, because it's not going to be box office. It won't be in theaters.
Dude,
there's so many things to watch. I know I won't watch Mission Impossible 7.
It's going to be fine. Those types of movies that don't end up in theaters or end up, because I don't know when that's fucking coming out. If they're doing production now, it'll be out summer or fall of next year. So like movies might be back in, or they'll just do some fucking deal with HBO Max, or the fucking Disney Plus does that add-on where you just pay an extra $15 and get to see it and shit. Like Mission Impossible, whatever is fine. Those two people, the vibe of it feels like those two people weren't the first people that were too close, and Tom Cruise was finally just like, I'm making an example of these two people because I'm fucking tired of this. Like that's the vibe I get from like reading about it. Is it's like you saw two people and he's like, if you do it again, you're fucking done. And he makes a big scene so that he doesn't have to say it again. Because I know I'm somebody that like when I see my boss go off on somebody else, I'm just like, well, I'm not ever doing anything close to that at all. Because I'm not gonna. And anyone leaking anything's an asshole.
Right.
That's just that's what it is. They're just a piece of shit. And it's like you're on a closed set. Dude's doing his job. Whatever reason you did it for a quick paycheck, and you're kind of a fucking douchebag.
Now I hope there's a sex scene in it where they're 6 feet apart.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if he has sex in it, I want those two people to yell at him and go, "Fuck you!" You
would be CGI.
CGI sex with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Fuck yeah.
That's nice. Frank,
Fuck
what do you
yeah.
think?
First, the movie's coming out in 2022, so
Oh,
there
okay.
will be a box office. We know that.
You
So,
won't be alive for that one.
but no, I won't.
Your
But
father-in-law will.
He will.
He's the real Mission
what's-
Impossible.
But what he, as producer of this mega movie, he's responsible for a lot of it. And he saw something wrong that could shut down the movie. He saw two people close together that wasn't socially distancing. So I think he had every right, not as the actor, but as the producer, to get his face in there and tell him to stop the shit. Now, as far as the underling that recorded it, I have a little compassion for him. He's probably making 10 cents on the dollar, and he saw an opportunity to make some money. And then he hoovers it out to the Sun in London, and then they make money on it. So I'm going to say piece of shit number one is the Sun, because that's what they do. And number two, the underling to make the buck.
See, and I know, Winston, I know that you will go back to this. McDonald's still advertises. You know what I mean? Coca-Cola still advertises. So a giant movie still wants you to
Yeah, but I'm
talk
saying
about it.
McDonald's
We
doesn't
haven't in
have
2
to.
years.
McDonald's
That
doesn't
makes
have to
sense.
leak. McDonald's doesn't have to leak an ad that Ronald
That's
is
not
on
their
the
thing
right
now,
side
but
of
leaking
history.
is what we like now.
It's just a regular commercial. Like
Just
I'm
like
saying
when
that
an
Mission
actress who's not
Impossible.
doing well, she just leaks her tits.
You-
It's not
you thinking-
stolen. It's leaking
You thinking
tits.
that like the most bankable star in the last 30 years of film needs a thing leaked is insane to me.
Because they're insane.
Nah.
You're thinking like a logical person. They need that talk.
Yes,
No one's
I
been
am.
talking about Tom Cruise this year.
am.
They need you to talk about them every minute.
I've been
They
thinking
need
about it.
Okay,
nonstop.
maybe you yourself has been sitting there thinking about a young Tom Cruise, but not an old
Who
Tom
doesn't?
Cruise.
Tom Cruise is like, I think he's made like 80 films and only 3 of them haven't turned a profit
Right, and he's so mad about those three.
in the history of making. And it's been like, he's fine. They'll do regular commercials
He's
with Mission
trying to be
Impossible
the
7.
Jesus of a religion. The man needs
Dude,
talk.
But the fact that you think that they need like the box office for the last Mission Impossible was like almost $1 billion, and you think it was like, hey guys, we really cut it close last time with that $1 billion. We're only the 9th highest
I'm not
grossing
saying
movie
it's
ever.
about monetary. It's not about monetary. It's about
Then
talk
what
and
is
buzz.
it about?
No, buzz and talk with 100%.
But the monetary is
goes-
why you want the buzz
No,
and
but that's
talk.
not why that person leaks it. That's not why the Tom Cruise wants to get talk and buzz. Yeah, it's the money. I'm telling you, that's not his mindset.
You're
You have that much
you are
money.
wong.
You have that much money. You don't care about money.
No, I'm talking
It's
about
more
the
than money.
film itself.
Right.
But no, you're wrong.
I don't think so.
You-
I think it's funny that you guys think a guy could just, if Tom Cruise is running this thing, could steal this audio and get out of there, and we're not hearing when this guy get arrested and all that stuff that happened there.
yeah, people steal audio from shit all the time.
And get in trouble. They don't. They get sued.
Dude,
There's no talk
dude,
of lawsuit.
There's so much stuff that gets leaked that like people don't get sued over. Like there's
Like
tons of stuff
this
of like,
fake fucking footage.
nah.
I'm telling you, I didn't play the audio. Go listen. It's fake as fuck.
My favorite
That was
part's gonna
almost
be
word for word like Christian Bale's.
no. It's gonna be a part in the movie. It's gonna be a scene where he's yelling at two people.
Yeah.
He has to bluff his way into a building and pretend he's a security guard, and then it's gonna
I
end
like
up in the film. We're gonna be like, oh, it was nothing, son of a bitch.
I didn't even know there. Is it really 7?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
7th one.
There've
Yeah.
been 6 of those. Holy
Yeah.
shit! I watched the first 2, and I've also never seen any of the Fast and the Furious. I can't do like all those things. There's
You
too
hate
many.
happiness.
Like I don't want to go back. I've never seen a Fast and the Furious, but I did see that one with The Rock and the bald guy. The
Hobbs and
whatever.
Shaw.
Yeah, which made no sense. I'm like, why am I seeing this? I don't even understand half the jokes in it. I was like, it's weird. So I guess I'm wrong on that, but I think the piece of shit is Tom Cruise for faking
Ooh,
this
no.
entire thing.
That's
Absolutely
hilarious.
not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Fuck you, Frank. You don't.
Are
get
you
to chime
becoming the
in.
piece of shit of the story?
Yes, I
always
agree. I think
creating-
Pat's the piece of shit.
Creating this alternative
Can I
universe. that
vote?
you
Can I
live in.
change my vote to Pat is the piece of shit
Yeah,
for
that's
doing
what most
this story?
people do. That's the show.
Yeah.
Most people come on and call me the piece of shit. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's you.
It's
I
it's
agree.
always me. It's my this
Yeah.
Pat Oates show. POS piece of shit. It works beautifully. God made sure of it. Story number 2 does involve me, kind of, but not really. I've had to take a day job because comedy's been whatever. I'm working at a retail store. The other day there was an older black woman and an older white Eastern European woman. I'm not just saying it, whatever. It matters to the story. They were both trying to go to a line at the register. As they were both going, neither one was looking up. The white woman bumped her cart, barely touched it. Not like a big collision, like barely a touch. The black woman's cart. The black woman looked up, stared at her, and said, "You are Satan. You are Satan, and I need you to go back to where you've come from, you white devil. You're Satan." And then turned and got in one line, and then the Eastern European woman got in my line. And this woman, you could, when she spoke, did not know much English, but she definitely knew Satan because you could see she was rattled. It was hard on her. She was starting to cry a little bit. And then she walked away, and she bought her groceries and left. The black lady left. I laughed. I laughed very hard. They know I'm a comedian there, but I'm sorry. That was funny.
That's
Everyone
awesome.
stared at me, and now the black lady looked at me, so you shouldn't have laughed. I go, "You called her Satan." Like, that's funny. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm appreciating what you did. I like your work. You know what I mean? So she was whatever. She walked away. But it did make me think. We don't have, and I'm going to sound like a hack white comic, and I hate that I'm going to sound like a hack white comic. There's no good word to call a white person. Well, there's the N word, but there's no white. I wish instead of Satan, she called her Hitler. I think if black people just called white people randomly Hitlers all the time, it would stay with us. You'd say you don't care, but people around you would go, "Does he kill Jews? Is he a terrible person?" I think that should be the N-word for white people. The worst white guy there was, Hitler. Or pedophile.
I don't think we should start randomly calling people Hitler.
Listen, don't stop.
Counterpoint.
If I
think
want to
that's a
start
slippery
something,
slope.
I didn't say us. Black people should call us that. If they get called the N-word, they should be able to
No, that's not how that works. We
Yeah,
don't
if
get to
they
say
get-
the
starting
N-word.
a thing.
Yeah, if they get called the N-word, yes, I can
Fair.
But like in that situation, no, I don't think that the lady gets her card bumped. She should just start calling people Hitler, because then you're opening it up to being just like, well, if I get called Hitler, I'm gonna call her.
There's only one
I get my
counterpunch.
video, I leak that, and people watch the show. Like Tom Cruise. I'm leaking stuff. That's what I'm doing. Who's the piece of shit? Forget my second part there. Who's the piece of shit? The black woman for going nuts. The white woman, European, for not saying anything. Neither one of them. Both of them for not putting their heads down and not paying attention in this world. You're in a grocery store. Look up. What the fuck? Or the people at my job. Nobody fucking said, "Are you two okay?" No, even myself. No one cared. No one tried to de-escalate in this world of people getting upset. Say like, "Hey, relax, guys. It's all cool. I'll take you here. I'll take you there. Satan's not here." Or even if Satan is here, they get a discount. Whatever. Who's the piece of shit? Winston, I'll start with you.
I mean, I don't really feel like a piece of shit in that story at all. I'm kind of a big fan of black people finding out how much fun it is to tell someone else to go back to their own country. That's a good thing for people to discover. Because that's amazing. I love black people telling white people that aren't American born to get the fuck out. It's just kind of hilarious to see. The Russian lady, she's not or whatever the fuck she is, isn't a piece of shit, because if she doesn't really speak English, it's an accent. She probably doesn't even know how to say she's sorry. Like,
Right.
that's whatever. Black people, I get it. I mean, who knows what happened in that lady's, like, what she was told the 6 hours or whatever previous to that, and then this one white lady was the fucking cherry on top. And I think everybody did a great job of not stepping in, because there's no way you step into that situation and try to diffuse it and it doesn't end with that lady ending up on the news saying that
Yeah,
this
like
is
I think only a hilarious gay man could have diffused that. Like you did
yeah,
need
maybe
someone to
that's
go,
it.
ladies, like then it would have been funner. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
just
there's
have to
no
let
one
a
else
gay
to do
guy
it.
go in like a fucking like one of those bomb robots. You put this fucking gay guy in there to be like, can you handle this? Diffuse this.
And he just goes and negotiate. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And this,
negotiator.
and whatever you're picturing the black woman looked like, she does. She does look like Tyler Perry dressed as Medea, but like with darker hair. She was a big woman, strong. The Eastern European looked like a witch. She had white hair. Everything was everything was black on the black woman. Everything was white on the white woman. It was like
Yeah.
two worlds colliding. Yeah,
I
and that
think-
was my favorite thing too. Go back to whence you came.
That's awesome. I think that I think the biggest, you know what? I take it back. I think the people, everybody that works there is an asshole for not one person starting the chant, fight.
My laugh was I was hoping that would
Right.
do that because it was guttural. I was hoping my laugh.
Or you're just like, oh my God, that Russian lady just called you the N-word. I know, I speak Russian. I understood her.
They have that there now. It's
Yeah, it's oh my God.
They just got it. Oh, that would have been fun. What
Yeah.
did you say? It just like, oh, just start being that.
You said the
asshole.
N-word. Uh-oh. Talk
You know
yourself
what?
out of this
The
one.
assholes are no one for pulling up their phone and yelling "World Star." Like there was nothing. No one recorded it.
I like how you have like better people at your job than at Tom Cruise's movie set that nobody was like trying to leak it.
Yep.
No one's gonna sell that to the Sun.
Well, there'll never be a Big Lot 7 because of that bullshit. You know what I mean? That's why we need to start recording. Frank, what do you think?
I think definitely there's a backstory there with this woman. She's probably got the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Which one?
The one that reacted, the one
The
that went
not white
crazy.
one.
I want Frank to say it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know who is who in this story. So I'm just saying that that's true. I forget.
The
who-
black one's the one who called someone the white devil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that
Okay.
works.
Okay. But still, I think
If
she
the white
had
one
the
called the
weight of
black
the
woman the
world.
white devil, that'd be
You
the
white
best.
devil.
I think, most likely she probably, a son was killed in a car accident 3 hours before.
Ooh.
Okay.
Something like that, and that she came in there and there was this minor incident and she just reacted to the death of her son. I
Son
think that's
died.
exactly what happened. Okay.
Happened? Not like-
And I thought, what?
She wasn't shopping like a woman that just lost her son. She bought Cheetos.
Cheetah. Well, I don't want to say anything, but what the hell do you think they serve at funerals?
It's not that day, Frank. I know you're old, but the funerals don't happen like an hour after the person dies.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
it
set 'em up.
happened 3 days ago. I'm not, writing it in stone. I'm just saying that she just lost a loved one. It could have been 3 days ago. It could have been the anniversary,
I don't
10-year anniversary of her husband dying.
If you're gonna backstory it, at least backstory that she's been treated like shit by white people her whole life. That her son died. Why would she
Typically
have
Eastern
compassion? She
Europeans.
lost her son.
Hang on, if we're gonna backstory it, let's target our demo, specifically Eastern Europeans. All white
Yeah.
people don't have to be bad in this story, Frank.
Right. I mean, they're all normally bad people, but
I didn't say anybody was bad in this story. I don't think anybody was bad in the story. I mean, your store handled it perfectly. Nobody took any selfies. Nobody took film
Yep.
of it. Everybody left them alone, and everybody went their way. Once again, here we go. The only one that made a big deal about it was Pat Oates.
Yes.
what I do.
There you go. There you go. I
What I
mean,
do.
this should not even made the air, Pat.
Why? Oh, why?
Because what? These poor people.
Damn,
were
dude.
When
Frank
you're
just
laughing-
criticized your story.
That's
when we
awesome.
get to the part where Frank tells his story, which puts us all to sleep for an hour and a half, you remember what the fuck he just said. I'm bringing you quick, short stories, Frank. You were late, you fucking old fuck. Bobby, who's a piece of shit?
Pat, it's you. Here's the reason why. And it's not for the reason Frank said. It's for the exact opposite reason. You work in retail. I work in retail. Heroes come and go. Legends live forever. We have a 60-year-old guy. There was this 300-pound woman who was stealing from our store that he hip checked through the glass. No matter what happens at Dick's Sporting Goods, somebody's always going to tell the story of the 60-year-old guy who choked. You're a comedian. That was your chance to defend the European woman's honor and roast the shit out of the woman.
I am
Like-
not attacking a black
Be
woman.
like, damn,
I'm
Medea,
not, man.
that's our line. That's not your line. We get to tell people go home. Just start roasting her.
Because
Tell
when
somebody
comedy
to
comes
record it.
back, I need
You
a
don't
couple
need that
gigs,
job.
man.
You're
I'm
going
not.
viral. Come on, step up.
I would have attacked her. I would have rather put on blackface and yelled at the white woman than do what you said. I am not going to go after a set. First of all, and yes, I'm known for crowd work and stuff like that. I'm not going to win with a black woman on a mission. They are born for crowd work. She's going to beat me bad. Like it was a rap battle. I have no chance.
I feel like you could have done your thing, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, because I don't say that one
Spoken
word.
like
I
a
don't
man
use
in a
that trump
hotel
card.
room.
I'm a piece of shit because I didn't start this epic race war at Big Lots.
Yeah.
Okay, Winston says you should have started the fight 5 minutes earlier. We all go, that's a great idea.
I said he
just
should
give
have
you a
started the
tangible way to
fight.
do it.
Yeah, started
All right,
a fight
doing
between
a
the two
fight
of them.
chant- Doing a fight chant is very different than you being like, "Hey Pat, you should have called her a beep."
Yeah,
That's
and
what you
Bobby,
should have
be
done,
clear,
Pat.
Winston said he wanted me to get a fight going between the two of them, not me and them.
You should have defended that innocent white woman, Pat, and
No,
should have
as soon
just
as-
called the black one what you know she is. It's like, Jesus, Bobby, Christ, how long you been
Should
working
have
at
punched that
Compound?
black woman, Pat.
I
You
feel
know,
like-
like your
I feel like
ancestors.
we're mischaracterizing me a smidge here. I just
Yeah.
want to.
Bobby Timborough, intern at Compound Media, said
I'm a producer now. All right, I'm a producer.
He's just an intern on
sorry.
Twitter.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, yeah. You started using the N-word, and they made you a producer.
Yeah, I recorded a pilot for them and didn't say the N-word. That's why I don't
Yeah.
have a show there. Anyway, so it's like
That's crazy. When you apply, that's extra on your
it's there.
fucking your resume. It says here you use the N-word from 2004 to 2020. Okay.
All right, you like what you can do. He's
Yeah,
very
you have to pronounce Kumi with a hard R.
Yeah.
So fine, I'm the piece of shit again.
Yes.
Bobby, do you have something to share?
Not this week, man. I'm
You're
sorry.
never prepared. In the last 2 weeks, you just made something up. I don't know why I couldn't just do that.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, I do have something, Pat.
no, you don't. I'll let you think about it, and then we'll come back to you. I asked
Okay.
one thing. Frank, not yet. Not for you. I'm not going Frank yet. You know what, Frank? Go ahead. Why not? My other stories will be good. Go ahead, Frank. What do you got?
Yeah, we have. I'm trimming it down for the holidays.
Oh, God.
I'm not talking about a prank or a hoax. I'm talking
Once again, real
about
quickly,
something
Frank, Winston, just so you know, Frank, for many years of his life, worked with this guy named Alan Abel, and they went around and did hoaxes and pranks on people before Practical Jokers, all that shit. They didn't ever reveal themselves. They went out and did these huge schemes and things, went out
Like
there,
candid
pranking people
camera.
for advertising, like that, but without ever anyone knowing about it. They would do it like if you had your special, you had a book back then, you would ask them to get publicity. So they would
That's
go off
cool.
to Iowa, pretend like there was a lottery, like they won it, and say the reason why they won the lottery is because of your special. And if you watch that special, you could win the lottery too. And then
That's
they find
awesome.
out it was fake and they didn't win it. And they did these crazy elaborate schemes all over the country.
That rules.
So Frank, go ahead.
All right. So 1966, I was in Manhattan. I was a salesman. I'm floating around on the east side, and I see sitting there a guy that I know from television with a recorder, and he's talking into it. And I realize that it's David Fry, who at that time was a stand-up comedian impersonator, very popular on television and the clubs. So I just wanted to go over and say, hi, how you doing? So I go over him and I said, hey, David, how you doing? And he jumps up and he says, fuck you. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm working right now. Get out of my fucking face. Are you serious? Leave me alone. I said, Jesus, what the hell was that? So I leave. Okay. Yeah. So I leave. So I knew my place. That night, I was lucky enough that I was going to the opening of Don Rickles at the Copacabana. This is the first time he's appearing in New York. And in those days, Rickles, when he performed in a club, only celebrities went, and he would just knock the shit out of them. And Johnny Carson was the MC. Now, I have an uncle that knew Jules Podell, who was the owner of the Copacabana. And I had an open invitation to go. I didn't need a reservation. So myself and my wife at the time, we walk into the club and there's a red rope and there's all these celebrities standing in line to be seated. I went to the left of the rope. Nobody was there. I walked down to the end of it, and there was the maitre d', and I said, hello, this is Frank Morgallo. George Scola's nephew, like to speak to Jules Podell. And they said, 1 second, sir. And Jules comes out. He says, Frank, how are you? How's your uncle? And he snapped his fingers, and we got a table for two right in the front. What I forgot to tell you, as I'm coming down the aisle, who is on that line? David Fry.
David Fry?
David Fry. And so he looks at me, and his face turns white and everything as I walk in there. And I give him the finger, and I lean into him, and I say, fuck you. And I went in, sat, had a great time, and it was wonderful. Now, who's the piece of shit here? Is it David Fry? Is it me? Is it Jules Podell? Is it my uncle? And that is a story, Pat, that took 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, you did it. First of all, yes, that's the shortest story you've ever told.
That's awesome.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I was prepared for a fucking extremely long story. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
So was
okay.
Bobby. That's why he left to take a shit during half of it. Doesn't know any of the story. So, you know what, Bobby? You have to go first.
Frank is the piece of shit. You heckled a guy and then you flicked him off and didn't help him out. You're the piece of shit in this story. That's basically what happened here. Some guy's trying to do comedy. You're like, hey, you're this guy.
Yeah, the
even though
last
you're doing
10 seconds.
impersonations.
The last 10 seconds of the story, you're like, yes, this is all I need to know.
But you're right, Frank. It's 100% you. You
Yeah, it is.
I
recognize
think you're
someone.
right.
You didn't care about their personal space or like you're someone who's
No.
been on stage only a couple of years, but you've done that
No.
stuff. You've done many things. Sometimes you're in your own head. Yeah, maybe you should have handled it a little better, but you don't know where he was. He's performing in some place. He's obviously doing 2 gigs that night. It sounds like, and he's
Yes.
running around for asshole white people like you are running around name dropping humans like Jules. Fuck off anyone named Jules and snapping his fingers at people and shit, bringing chairs. And yeah, you went up to him and said, oh, hi, whatever, David. Didn't even say Mr. Fry. I mean, yeah, he's a poor man's Rich Little, but he was still like number 2 in his impression game and did a good Nixon. And then now you go up later and now you get treatment and you could have just laughed, smiled at him and said, hey, remember me? Instead, you're like, fuck you. And then
Well, I'm from
crushed
Brooklyn,
him
number
and
one.
said it was a great show. You were in that guy's dome the whole time. He's performed for mob bosses, where the fuck you were. And now
Yep.
he thinks you're somebody, but you're not. You're just Frank. That sucks. It's you. You're the piece of shit.
You know something, Frank? You know something,
You know,
Pat?
Frank. You know what, Frank? Fuck you.
Pat, you're right.
I
It
am.
took me 44 years to
Yeah, it's
realize
you,
I
dude.
was a piece
Yeah,
of shit.
Winston, I think you would agree.
Yeah, it's you. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Pat's a piece of shit for telling this old man he couldn't tell a story shorter than 20 minutes. I kind of think that you
You know what?
shitting on
Go back
Frank,
and watch it.
this old man, this old haggard asshole that is you're a piece of shit, Frank. A guy was fucking working. You got in between him and his money. What are you doing?
I agree with you.
Can you imagine if you were halfway through one of your fucking hoaxes and I came up to you and I was like, oh, you're Frank, the hoax guy. It's
Oh,
good to see the hoax guy out here. What are you
Penny
doing?
Marshall tried to do that, and she almost
You-
got beat up.
You ripping some of these people off, Frank? Are you
Yeah.
ripping these people off right now? Big
No.
fan of your work.
Winston, that happened to him. Penny Marshall said, I know you're not really a sheik. And he's like,
Oh,
fuck
that's-
you, Penny Marshall. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Frank
that's
yells
awesome.
at Penny Marshall. And then tried to
That's-
fuck her in a limo, I think.
no, I didn't.
Right, Bobby?
he
Did he try to fuck
succeeded.
Penny Marshall?
Every story typically ends, Winston, with some famous star trying to funk Frank and Frank being like, I'm not feeling it tonight.
Yeah, this is the first time Frank didn't get laid in this
Now,
story.
the way he constructs it is
Wait,
it's
who
usually
said I
somebody-
didn't get laid? I didn't tell you what happened in the back
Yeah,
room.
because you cut the
Fuck
best
yeah.
part out because you don't know how to edit, you fuck.
It's
like, and I
usually
went-
some unfuckable star from the 60s.
And I went
You'd be like,
backstage and I told David Fry he had to suck my dick, and he did. He sucked my Brooklyn cock right in his fucking mouth. I came
That's
down his
right.
throat, and I was like, "Yeah,
Why
impress
don't you
this, mother-
impersonate a whore and suck my
impersonate this. Look at you. I'll call you Penny Marshall. Bend over, you fucking
You do Nixon, I do David Fry. Bend
yeah.
over,
I do
that's what I'm
David
doing.
Fry. You're a puppet now.
Oh, I like that story better.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh, no,
story.
but you guys fall in love. That's why he's like sitting behind you like that, like he's fucking you from behind like that. It's nice, nice picture. Frank, you did well. I give you credit.
That was good, dude.
It's
It's a good story.
It
It was
was, but the
3
first
minutes.
the Super Bowl story is the one that took literally 18 minutes long, and we were all like, we
Well-
did not know. That was tough.
Well, that's because a football game is 60 minutes and it takes 3 hours to play it.
Yeah,
I
no.
had the story in 14 minutes, but it turned out to be 32.
Man abducts scientist to make his dog immortal. John Wick is one, if not the only greatest dog defender. It's a stupid article. Basically, Florida man Philip Joseph has decided that his dog should have eternal life because the loss of his loved one would be devastating. He loved his dog too much, and he can't let it die, he explains. All dog owners would love to never have to worry about their four-legged friends moving off in the afterlife, but Joseph had taken it to the next level. He basically just kidnapped a scientist because he figured a scientist is smarter than him, and the scientist can figure out how to make his life immortal. Scientists couldn't figure it out. He got arrested for kidnapping. All right. I don't like pets. I'm going to say that. I've said that on here before. I don't hate people that don't like pets. I'm not a pet person myself. If you love your dog, good for you. I've just never been a pet person. I don't give a shit about them. I have kids, but I don't want to make them immortal. Like, I want them to die the same way I'm going to die, like sad and alone. That's the way you do. I would never kidnap someone.
In an apartment fire, you said this Christmas.
Yes.
I
can't
Christmas
now.
2020. Pat Oates burns his family to death.
But I leaked out the footage first.
Yeah, I leaked out the footage.
Burning apartment 7. But is the piece of shit this guy?
Yeah.
I know people that love their animals that fucking much. I have to do the whole thing. We all know who it is.
It's the guy that kidnapped somebody. That is the asshole. It is the guy that committed a felony.
Right. That's how the game works. I got to do the whole thing. Sometimes you know.
This is a bad game.
No, it's not. It's a fun game. Everyone's enjoying it but you. The one
bad
time
round
Bobby
of the
hooked
game.
somebody was Mr.
It's like,
Debbie
all right.
Downer.
Pat's like, here's the deal. I raped a lady. Who's the bigger asshole? Me or her for not saying yes? It's like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
you're right.
Pat.
This fun story about a guy who kidnapped a scientist is just like me raping someone.
It's as believable.
I can see why you and Bobby are friends with your analogies of things. Why didn't you call a black woman the N-word? Just like your rape analogy to this scientist guy.
It is. Me and Frank agrees with me. You basically were saying you.
Frank's like, I can't believe you got Conan O'Brien on the show. And I'm like, fuck off, Frank.
Yeah, this is a big get. This is a big get, Frank. Sleepy time.
Hey, Frank, tell him to fuck off. Like you did every other celebrity.
Sleepy time, Frank. I'm working here.
All right, there's 4 pieces of shit. Is it the guy who kidnapped the scientist? Is it the dog for staying with this man? Run away. You're a dog. You're smarter than this. Is it the scientist for not being to fight off this creep? Or is it Winston for stopping my momentum during a goddamn fucking story? Frank, go first.
Obviously, Pat, you're the piece of shit because you admitted.
Thank you.
You admitted that you're not a pet lover. You have no right telling that story.
Agreed.
You
I don't love black women either, but I told the story.
How do we?
Yeah,
Only you do.
Can we cut that sound clip out? Can we cut that sound clip out? I don't love black women.
Oh, you can find out on every podcast I do. Like I said, I was almost on compound.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very obvious that the dog owner is a piece of shit. I mean, because he's totally whacked, and he's got some mental problem. So I can't make him a piece of shit in this. Why are we talking about this? Because of you, Pat.
Yeah.
Because you do not like.
You guys don't find
stories. So you're a piece of shit.
I try to find stories other people don't talk about because I hate listening to the same things on podcasts. I find this wacky story. You give me some lie about David Fry.
I try to talk about things people don't talk about. So I picked a Tom Cruise story to open. you know, obscure Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible 7.
That was at least one breaking pending thing.
So I like to talk about things people aren't talking about. All right, 9/11. Okay, no one's ever mentioned it.
Liberal faggot. All right. Anyway, enjoy your car, asshole.
I am enjoying it.
Good. And your Zoom shows. I'm gonna wait to pay for those. It's gonna be a fun heckle. I'm definitely gonna go to all your Zooms.
In a hotel room.
I'm going to all of them. Bobby, thanks for the booking. I chose this story because it's a fun story.
A fun story?
You're not thinking like a movie. You're thinking just a story. This nerdy dork with a
Didn't go to
dog.
me yet.
This dude went out and he searched scientists. He scoped them out. He found the one he could fight off. So he had to find like the weakest one because there was probably stronger ones. He didn't want to take a lady because that'd be fucked up. And then he actually kidnapped the scientist, which is hilarious. I'm sorry, it's hilarious.
I
can
just
see him in
hope-
the lab coat. I can see this dorky guy sneaking around and it probably snuck in, dressed up like a beaker or something. Kidnapped him, brought him out. It's fucking funny.
Okay.
I just hope mental health never knocks on your door.
Agreed.
Mental
That's what I
who?
gotta say. Health.
They've knocked on my door. They live in
You're
my
the
head.
person
What are you
that
talking about?
They,
personified
they live in your head.
mental health.
Yeah.
That's a weird characteristic.
Mental health? Hello, I'm mental health.
Yeah.
He's like, don't talk to me like that. I fucked David Fry in the ass. Do you know who I am?
Is that mental health at my door? No, it's the
In
Grim
front of his
Reaper.
mother.
I'm
I fucked
late.
him. I fucked him in the ass in front of his mother. Don't fuck with me, Pat Oates. I am Frank Magallo.
Man,
Thank you, Winston.
Winston loves rape and just men fucking men. That's it.
No,
Running
the character of Frank Magallo loves rape. Winston does not like it. All right,
No,
I'm impersonating a
what was
character.
your first
all
thing?
right?
It's like if Pat Oates raped a lady, isn't that?
That's not
fun?
me liking
That
it.
was
In
your
that instance,
go-to.
it's you liking it.
Nope, you love rape.
It's you liking. Oh
Here's
my
our
god, you're right. I see someone that looks like a rapist, and I'm like,
And
oh,
I
that's,
say, tag me in. Tag me in. That's what you say.
I'm sorry. I did really well on the analogies portion of the SAT. I was like,
We're
Frank
going
is
after
to-
looks.
and
We're
to
going
be
after
fair-
looks. The only other man with a Trump haircut is going to go after my looks.
To be fair,
at least I can have a haircut.
Oh wow, what are we for? Are you that guy? I had a heckle. Oh, he's like, I can also have hair. It's shaved. I can have
Oh, I like how the guy that made a Trump hair joke was like, "You hack, you
I called you a hack
fucking."
right back. Bobby, thanks for bringing him on. We're gonna see a fight next week on a video. I'll tell you that. I'll drive to your house and beat the fuck out of you. It's fine. I have no problem with that. I can look at you. You're a fucking pansy. Bobby, who's a piece of shit?
You.
I do think that all four of us, it does look like a lineup for who raped the girl. The girl being like, which one of these four characters raped you?
In
We do
this
look like
story, there
each
was no
demographic.
girl.
No, I know. In this story, I'll go back to that, Pat.
No,
I was
let's
gonna
go
be on your
to
side
it.
there, buddy. I think it's the scientist. I feel like most of the time scientists are pieces of shit. Do you know any scientists? They're always stuck up. They always act like
I
they know
know
more
one.
than you.
But he's
They
Do
not
act like
like
you
they're
know
experts.
any scientists, Bobby?
Yeah, I do, man. I know.
Name a
bunch.
scientist that you know in that fucking hotel that you're staying in.
You're in a car.
Yeah,
Just
because
in a
I'm
building.
I'm driving to my house.
Scientists go to hotels.
And I stopped to this.
Scientists don't go to hotels now. Where do they
Not
stay?
that one. Look at that place. Holy shit.
Luxurious.
Yeah, it's yeah, fucking Christ. The La
I only
Quinta.
known one scientist, but he admittedly wasn't a good scientist. Like,
Yeah.
And like the guy did his research, so if the guy knows animals, he's definitely experimenting on animals. He's probably not a good person as
no, they
is.
said he
Whatever
wasn't even
works
an
for
animal
him.
scientist. He was like a botanist.
Okay, then he's
Like,
probably
he didn't even
building
kill the right
bombs
He was,
scientist.
he was a flower scientist.
Yeah.
He was
Maybe he's gonna release a disease. Who knows what this guy's gonna do? The least harmful thing is trying to make dogs live forever. I think he's the piece of shit. And thanks
He
for giving me
doesn't know
such a
what
hard
to
time for
do.
trying to be the only person who didn't pick the obvious character in your story, Pat. Thanks for
But-
that. I'm
But if he
sorry.
doesn't know what to do, he's gonna kill the dog.
Who?
The scientist. Who you got to do hypotheses. You got to do tests. You can't just do
Just
it
inject
once.
the dog was sailing for 3 weeks until the cops come. This
Cops
guy
ain't
kidnapped
coming.
a scientist. His plan's not gonna hold up long.
Why can't this scientist make a potion to fucking kill this guy? He's a scientist.
Okay,
If
you watch
so if
movies,
he didn't
make-
think of this. He's the
Yeah, why
best
can't the
potion.
scientist make a potion as if he's a fucking wizard?
Yeah. Do you know
Or a
scientist,
scientist, you fucking asshole. He kidnapped the guy to make something to make his dog immortal. He's gonna put him in a lab. He's gonna have him make things. That's the whole story.
I know, but when we're talking about scientists, I think it's usually referred to as medicine. Not a
Oh, when you're trying to
potion.
make things silly and fun, you use different words. Man, I don't like you.
That's fine.
Kidnapped Professor Snape.
Oh boy, this is a fun one.
Hey, Pat,
Getting
when did this
attacked.
happen? Pat, how long ago?
45 minutes ago, Bobby introduced me to some asshole. That's what happened.
No,
Oh, you mean
no,
the
no.
story?
The story, yes. The
It
story.
happened about a year ago. It was just it
A
got
year ago.
lost.
Okay, all right. So here's the problem. I'm changing my my from you to the kidnapper as the piece of shit, because he kidnapped the scientist. He might have been working on a vaccine to cure the virus that we're dealing with.
I'm
So
changing my
took
vote
some-
too. Frank's
The
the piece of shit
botanist.
for that answer.
You never heard of a plant-based vaccine?
I don't think so.
There might be. I
Oh,
don't
you
know about
heard it
any
here.
vaccines.
You heard it here. I mean, Christ, what kind of?
But best
Frank
part
Dick.
is Joseph, the guy, didn't face any charges.
Yeah,
Afterwards, because
wants to see his
apparently this is
dog.
a
What?
mistake anyone who loves their dog would make. That's what the court said.
Kidnapping?
Yeah.
Then the
guy
judge.
escaped. The
got
scientist
away
was able
with
to
it?
escape.
Well, then it's the judge is an asshole.
Yeah. I was gonna kind of wait till the end for that one, but that's my favorite part. Is that the
God
judge-
damn it.
He's like, nah,
Got
well,
away
people love
with
their
it.
dogs.
Wow.
That's annoying
go.
as shit.
Yeah. that makes me upset. That part was my favorite part. Was the judge is like,
God.
whatever. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
that's the first time I've ever thought the court systems were fucked up. God.
No problem with them. They're good to white men. Anyway, so they're taking care of me. Bobby, make up anything before we end here. What?
Yeah. So a friend I know books for this podcast, and he brought somebody on who he thought would be super funny, and it kind of just tore the whole show apart.
No, obviously,
Fuck
I think
you.
Winston realizes we're having fun.
Yeah,
No, I
fuck
know,
you.
Joe.
I'm
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 being
enjoying
funny.
him very
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
fun.
I was
If you
just
know me,
joking.
Bobby, this is actually
I was
the
trying to
most
be
fun
funny
I've had
too,
on a
guys. Nobody
podcast.
went with it. Nobody
Yeah.
yes-anded.
No, because I don't want to do that because I think there are more morons out there, and I can see with Winston right away. It's funny.
Yeah, we're having
obviously.
I'm having a blast.
I
And
was just trying to be
usually
funny,
most
too.
people don't pile on me, and I love that. It's fun.
No,
when
I thought
get
it was
attacked.
great. I was having a really fun
Oh,
time.
so am I.
Yeah,
You know, the
I'm
shit
sorry.
is Bobby for not.
Did I
reading the
offend
room.
Bobby? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to upset you.
No. To be honest, I'm actually having a good time.
Yeah,
Trying to be funny, guys. I quit.
I think Bobby, to be serious for a second, if I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't be yelling and going, fuck you, let's fight. I
Yeah.
would have just stopped the show. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
put
I
it
would have
out.
like, yeah, if I could, I figured I could read the room pretty well.
Yeah. I
You were
started
nailing
off by
it. I
being
was
an
just
asshole,
trying
and
to
every
be
time he went
funny,
at me, I
guys.
was like, yeah, here's some more, and back and forth. It was fun.
Yeah.
He
Damn,
knows
guys.
his hair. I know I have none. We're okay.
Yeah, way to go, Bobby. Way
Listen,
to derail
Way
this
to be
show.
the black woman at the grocery store and yell at
Yeah.
us and ruin
Yeah,
our day.
Bobby's
a
the
cat. I know you
asshole for
want to.
ruining the show.
Winston, I have to disagree with you because I thought he was brilliant because he didn't go to his go-to normal story about standing online waiting for lunch.
Oh, Bobby, yes. Bobby always, his whole story is I can't get lunch.
Hey, Frank, go fuck some other impressionist.
Hey,
I didn't know. Hey, Bobby, I didn't know you did impressions.
I fucked
hope you fuck Bobby sometime.
I fucked David Fry. You don't think I could fuck you, Bobby
That's
Tamboro?
right. That's right.
All right, we'll end it on this. Fake GOP leaders are selling CBD oil on Parler.
God damn it.
Roughly 50 fake accounts exploited the conservative social network to shill Trump coins, Trump hats, and CBD oil. On December 5th, an
awesome.
account that said it was Vice President Mike Pence's official profile on the conservative social network Parler posted a link to a Trump challenge coin giveaway. Own a piece of history with President Trump's commemorative medallion, said Mike Pence, Vice President, on Twitter. People
That's
bought
awesome.
them. They bought a ton of shit. They falsely claimed to be endorsed by First Lady Melania Trump, all these things. And now people are upset. People are more upset at Parler than they are at the people doing the thing because Parler should have known better. I can't believe I'm saying this. Who's a piece of shit? Is it people for fucking thinking that Mike Pence was selling coins? Like, I think Mike Pence, I'm not a fan of Mike Pence at all, but I think he's doing well enough where he doesn't need to start selling shit off before they leave. Is it Parler? Because Parler's trying to be like, kind of white racist Twitter, and like maybe
Kind
they
of.
know they're heroes because it wasn't like it was Democrats that were on there. They know that's all their like if David Duke had an account, they would make him like a check guy. They would love it.
Yeah,
I went on
certified.
Parler for a day and it scared the fuck out of me. I was like, whoa, they're gonna light a torch. So I went away. Is it Parler? Is it the people that are really, is it the people running these bots? The people that are doing this and taking advantage of a crazed type of person right now. Conservative people at that moment, people that love Trump, that love Pence. It's like people that used to love the Beatles, women back then. They're crazy for them and they'll buy all their merch. Who is it? Frank, go to you since you're the oldest.
You can't deny the fans the fact that they love Trump, and they'll do anything to be part of what he is. Number one. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with that, buy a strand of Donald Trump's hair after he leaves office.
Yeah, but Trump would sell it himself.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he's behind all of this. Don't you
Right, so
realize
why would
that
he let
gets a
Pence
cut?
sell his shit? He would never let Pence sell his shit. If you know Trump, he puts his name on everything in the world. He wouldn't let Pence get some money off him.
Well, he wants to see. No, he's marketing strategy. He wants to know how much pull Pence has. That's all. He's just trying him out to see if
Pence
they
can't
can
even
go
eat dinner
forward.
with his wife. He's
That
afraid to
has
have dinner with his
nothing to do with
wife.
it.
He's not going to sell Trump shit.
And I mean, when you go that low with all that, I don't know who the piece of shit is here. I can't. You can't say I don't know how many people bought into this. Do you know?
It was a couple thousand sales.
Yeah, a couple of thousand. Yeah, a couple $1,000 in sales. I mean, that's the money is the piece
Trump
of shit.
endorsed CBD oil.
That's awesome.
Does everybody know what CBC oil is?
CBD. It's the CDC oil. It's the oil.
This is what he calls a vaccine, is the CDC oil.
The seed to seed oil. It's weed kind of, Frank.
Oh, weed. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, the best way to explain it to an old man is it's weed kind of.
Yeah, it's weed that doesn't get you high.
Right. It's all the fun of weed without the fun of weed.
Yeah.
Winston, who's the piece of shit?
I think Frank's the piece of shit because what Frank used to do by scamming people, he made it okay for people to scam people in the future. So
His
you paved
grandfather.
the way for this. Like if you had been young now, Frank, you would be selling CBC oil on Parler to these fucking morons. It's the fucking morons that bought into that shit. If you get scammed, most times you'd fucking deserve it.
Frank's
And
running
then-
around selling BBC oil. It's like, Frank, I hope it's the English one.
Big Bobby cock.
Bobby, who's
We never
who's the piece of shit,
scammed for
Bobby?
money. That's all I'm gonna say. We never scammed for money.
You had a code of ethics.
Yeah, pranksters do. We do.
I was an ethical man. Fuck you, David Fry. Now go dance for me.
Right.
David
Didn't you
Fry.
Turn over
ruin
your
somebody's
grave,
TV show?
Asshole.
Suck my dick for money, Dave.
Didn't you ruin somebody's TV show by a bunch of fake people feigning?
Yes.
Like, oh, but we wouldn't do anything about money. We
It
never fought with
wasn't
money. I
done
just
for money.
ruined somebody's whole
It
career.
wasn't done for
Didn't you
money.
try to ruin the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, but it wasn't for. We were promoting a book. Okay, we were promoting a book
That you were giving
time.
away for free?
No, $29.95
That's
before
awesome.
Amazon.
The piece of shit in the story is anybody. And I don't just mean the people
That's
who got scammed. Anybody who buys any politician's merchandise of any sort.
That's fair.
What the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, how are you this jazzed up about politics? Like, I don't care what side it's for. Go outside, go for a walk, smoke some pot, do something better with your life than getting that excited that you need a fucking coin of Donald Trump. And Pat, they do hawk that shit. They do literally all day. I get emails
Trumpy
from
Dave.
Pence, from Melania, from
Right.
Donald himself selling coins, hats, pendants, flags, t-shirts. Pretty much if it can be merchandise, it's been merchandised.
Bobby,
officially.
do you need me
all
to edit this part out?
No, I'm cool with it.
No, because we've talked about it. You just said, as a person who's on Compound Media, that anyone who buys Trump merch, everyone who watches that channel wears a red hat that says "Make America Great Again" nonstop. I've done those secret shows with you where a guy was dressed in like a Statue of Liberty with all Trump written on him. Just
Yeah,
to
but that
watch
guy
the
has a life
comedy show.
outside of it. I'm talking about people who this is their whole life. Yeah,
That
like,
guy was dressed up like something.
That dude does not have a life outside of it there, Bobby. I don't know what you're trying to do right
oh yeah, my bad. Let's edit that out.
Yeah.
Frank's the piece of shit.
Yeah, there you go. Better. I was like, what we doing, Bobby? We all can do that. You can't.
Yeah, dude, every time you've gotten me on Compound, it's just me being the token leftist on the show.
They're like, thanks for bringing this gay. It's like, wait, what? It's like,
Yeah, I'm a mean. I'm a mean, effeminate leftist. It works for their network.
Because when you're not on there, the most liberal person ever is Dave Landau. Dave's like, I'm really not, but I'm just not as crazed as you guys are. It's whoa, we got a black one. He's good, and he is really good. He's fantastic. But yeah, I think the piece of shit in that is Parler. What are you doing? Parler.
Yeah.
We don't need, and social media is already mean enough. We don't need to have all the meanest people just being told, say whatever. And believe me, I like laughing at all stuff. I'm not left or right. I don't really care about politics. I've always been too poor for it to affect me. I've never done well no matter who the president is. I'm fine with it. I always vote for whatever I think is just going to affect me the least. You know what I mean? Like, that's my move. So, but that being said, I like to read all different things. I read left stuff. I read right stuff to enjoy things. But Parler is just too much. It's
pretty bad.
Really, it's really harsh. It's real hate speech. And I love that people are on there going, "You're right. Black people shouldn't have rights. Oh, I should get some CBD oil." Like, I like that they're stopping in the middle of their hate. That's like, so it's Parler, but it's also the people out there. I think it's Bobby. You're right. It's everybody.
You know, it's people just being like, God, I'm having trouble sleeping thinking about all these black people with rights. I started to wish there was something that would help me sleep better. And it's like CBD oil. Help you forget about blacks.
Man, I hate women so much. Wife, shut up. I'm yelling about women at you. I need
Get my CBD. Get my CBD, you stupid bitch.
I need the calming down of weed without the actual weed because I got to drive a truck later. And I want to pay for my Fruit Loops with these coins I got with Melania on them. How can they like Melania? She's super foreign, but she's okay because Trump bought her.
So hot.
Yeah, she is the hottest first lady ever, right?
Of all time,
right?
And it's not.
It's not Jackie O. I know Frank thinks that because he's old, but it's not. She wasn't hot.
Jackie O is hot too, but she's like, to me, Jackie O is like third.
But she wasn't hot.
She was attractive, though.
Attractive, yeah. Melania's the first sexy one.
Yeah, Melania is far and above the rest of them.
Right, yeah, it's not close.
Big drop off.
It is not close at
Who's
all.
two?
Two, it's like between Jackie O and Michelle Obama.
All right.
As far as like,
I forgot about her.
Yeah,
I was thinking more towards Mamie
That's because in
Eisenhower.
your time, Frank, they weren't allowed to get
Yeah.
Mamie Eisenhower?
Yeah, she was hot.
was she really?
No.
Before he became president. I mean, when when he was in Europe fighting the big war, she was with him, and she really looked good in some of the pictures that I see.
All right, I'm looking now.
Did you look up the big war?
I don't know, man.
Called, Frank. The big war.
Okay, her younger pictures are okay. She's not great, Frank.
No, that's like you know, what's her name? Not Barbara, the other Bush. She was okay in college. Like, all were okay in college.
Right.
Well, to be fair, one time when Eisenhower was president, Frank and his friends dressed up as a prince from the Middle East, and he almost fucked Mrs. Eisenhower. So he has to think she's the hottest.
One time, Frank, Spiro Agnew, and Richard Nixon triple teamed Richard Nixon's wife.
I did see Eisenhower at 52. My mother brought me to. He was in Manhattan, passing through on a train, and he made a stop there. And they used to do that in those days. And I looked at him, and I said, this guy's got the reddest cheeks I've ever seen in my life. That's what I remember.
There's a top 10 list for this on the internet.
Nice. We'll end on that. We'll quickly run down it.
All right, the top 10. Number 10, tied for 10th, is Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush?
Dude, listen to this. This is Barbara Bush tied with Michelle Obama.
Oh,
wow.
Wait, Barbara Bush, like the Quaker Oats guy.
Yeah, dude, George Bush Sr. And then tied for 10th with Michelle. Pat Nixon, so Richard Nixon's.
By the way, whoever made this list is racist. Michelle Obama is not 10th tied with Barbara Bush.
Dude, I know. That's so ridiculous.
It feels like when you put those two together, you should just be, that's the tiebreaker. There's a clear winner here.
Jimmy Carter's wife is 8th, Rosalind Carter. She looks cute in this picture. She looks pretty good. Laura Bush.
Oh, she belongs up there. Her young pictures when she was young, she was a radical.
Yeah, they got some good Laura Bush pictures.
Yeah, she was pretty.
They got some good ones.
Yeah.
6th is Nancy Reagan.
No, Nancy Reagan.
Dude, 5th, Hillary Clinton. Hillary above Michelle is unfucking believable.
Oh,
No.
you know there was a payoff there.
Yeah,
When
dude,
you're
oh,
so-
dude, for real.
When your husband doesn't want to fuck you,
Yeah,
in
when you're
office.
so ugly, your husband cheats on you
I
as
know.
president in the White House. You can't be on the list.
Calvin Coolidge's wife, Grace Coolidge, they just have a painting. It's like no photos.
It's a hot painting.
Grover Cleveland Alexander's wife, Frances Cleveland. Number 2.
Was she got a
Jackie-
Cleveland too?
Yeah, dude.
Why did she get a Cleveland?
It's ridiculous. And then Jackie O, and then Melania number 1. So 1 and 2, I get it, but I think Michelle should at least be 2nd or 3rd, man.
Well,
Compared to the
Hillary
other
Clinton
ones.
should be on the list. Neither should Barbara Bush.
Dude,
Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush's old ass picture next to they put a smoking hot picture of Michelle like on Vanity Fair, and then the other one is a picture of 83-year-old Barbara. They're like, it's a tie.
Like,
I don't know.
The only time they should be together is if you're remaking Driving Miss Daisy. Like
Yeah,
that should be it.
maybe that's what made the black lady in your story so angry. She saw that list.
That was them. That was the two of them arguing over the top 10. You white
Just
them.
Barbara and Michelle screaming at each other.
Winston, thank you so much for being on. Where can people
Thank you.
check out your special and all that stuff?
Oh man, Grieving Productively is on YouTube, but all my links and Twitter and everything are just at winstonhodges.com. So please check it out.
Cool. Frank, you got nothing, right?
I got absolutely nothing. Just waiting for comics to open up again.
Yeah, we were doing a show at the Mohegan Sun twice a month, and it was at 10 o'clock. We got a curfew.
That's
Only our
awesome.
show got canceled.
God damn.
No one else had late shows. We were the only one that got canceled.
That's cool though, man. I've always wanted to go there. I've never gotten to go up to.
If we ever get a chance to do it again, we'd love
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
That would be great, man.
Yeah, you got an open invitation.
Bobby.
Awesome.
Check out the East Side Dave show every Tuesday at 7:30. Check me out at Bobby Tamburo on Instagram or at Bobby_Tamburo on Twitter. And if you're looking for something to do this Saturday, I will be at a strip club in New Jersey. So don't kill yourself. Come to the strip club in New Jersey because life could be worse.
Are you performing?
Yeah, I'm doing stand up.
Oh, I thought you just
Thank
meant
God you said stand up.
He's going to be at a strip club. All right, so then I should start promoting where I'm going to be.
No,
Yeah,
he's
Frank's
gonna
like,
do
"I'll see
comedy.
you."
He's not just gonna be at a strip club. I thought he was making.
Well, I didn't
you
know
should
that
be at
the
home.
beginning. I didn't
Frank,
know that.
You should be at home. You are the at-risk group. Like you should be promoting. I will not be leaving my house because this disease will kill me.
We're gonna get Tom Cruise to yell at you. Stay the fuck
Yeah.
home.
Stay the fuck home, Frank.
Fuck off.
Piece of
Not
shit.
that old. I'm not that old.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Pedal's YouTube channel. I'll be selling CBD oil on my website very soon.
Parler.
And Bobby, would you like to take it away?
And remember, don't be a piece of shit.